turn your engine off. Pull up the handbrake. Pull on the bonnet release lever and open the bonnet. Open the oil fill plug. This will increase the oil flow when performing an oil change. Take off the engine cover. In order to drain your vehicle, you must first lift the front section of your car. This will enable you to access the drain nut. Lift the front of your vehicle and put it in 2-axle stands. We strongly suggest watching the tutorial, raising your vehicle safely before carrying out this step. If the front plastic crankcase is present, you should now remove it to have full access to the drain nut. To do this, take a screwdriver and a 25mm and a 30mm Torx socket. Unscrew the screws, and once all removed, slide the crankcase backwards to free it from the holding studs. Don't forget to place a used oil collector beneath. You can learn how to make one by watching another of our videos, How to Make a Collector for Liquids. Unscrew the drain nut with a 19mm spanner. Start the process with a wrench and finish off by hand. Be careful on the last few turns of the screw. The oil may suddenly squirt out. Anticipate this by placing a container underneath to collect the oil. Let the oil run out for 10 minutes or so. On VHG Group vehicles, the seal does not separate from the drain nut. We recommend replacing the old drain nut with a new one each time you drain the oil. Put it on by hand. Then finish off using the 19mm spanner. When you change the oil on your car, you must also replace the oil filter. Using a socket wrench, a big extender and a 32mm socket, release the oil filter and turn it anti-clockwise until it starts to move freely. Finish unscrewing by hand. Place an oil collector, then leave the filter to drip for a few moments. Then put it in the collector, taking it out in such a way to avoid spilling the oil. Remove the filter from the flange, levering it off with a flathead screwdriver. Using a thin screwdriver, take out the rubber O-ring which is located on the flange washer. Replace it with the one found in the box of the new filter. Compare the new filter with the old one to ensure that they're identical. Insert the new filter into the flange until you hear the click that says it has been locked into place. Rescrew the filter in place until it makes contact. To tighten it up, use a socket wrench, an extender and a 32mm socket, adding a final quarter turn. Careful! With this kind of oil filter, the new joint can be excessively thick, making the actual tightening process more complicated. As a result, you have to ensure that the flange washer is flat against the oil filter housing. put the protective crankcase back in place. Now you have to put the oil back into the motor. You have to be very careful and precise when doing this part of the job. Firstly, lower your car back to the ground and check the oil level. This is something that can only be done when the vehicle is flat. Now, add the oil into the engine. Begin by putting 90% of the suggested amount. This will leave you a large enough margin to adjust the level of oil appropriately. You can find the exact amount of oil suggested for your car in the description of the tutorial. Close the oil fill plug. Start the engine and let the car run for 5 seconds. This will fill the oil filter. Remove the oil gauge and wipe it down. Plunge it back into its sheath. Remove it again and check the oil level. The optimal level is near the maximum, but be careful to never go over it. Based on the level indicated on the gauge, readjust to obtain the optimum amount. Operation completed.